Hello friends, my name is Basant. I'm a SharePoint certified developer 2010 and 2013. SharePoint 2013 Search Part 1. This is my first broadcast. I'm planning to host in YouTube and this this will come all the series, but currently this is my first one, so I'm starting with the initial that what we required for a search. You can follow me on my blog, Twitter, and about me, and read me about me, what I'm about myself. I'm not going to take you much time. So let's start with the first slide, the introduction. I'm just tell you about myself, and the next is why this broadcast, and third is I give you the overview about the 2013 search, and the third point is I think it's the most important thing I have ever and starting when a career starting in this SharePoint, then it's whenever I don't have an infrastructure, it's very difficult for me to work. So it's very important to get the VM. So how to get the VM and what are the system requirement, I will cover you in um, this post, and I will also tell you about my system configuration and how where I download this VM. So this is all information, and third is overview of the service application and how to create the search center. This is in this series I'm not cover the most important and like the configuration on all parts, but I think this for the beginning, I think it's a good beginning, so I just give you this much information. Let's start with the first is about me. Yeah, I'm a certified SharePoint 2013 developer. I like to prefer to help the people and that contribute myself to Microsoft SharePoint, like posting blogs, and most of the time like to read the blog, and like I'm in search, so most of the time I'm reading Michael Simonson MVP. So the third, like in commercial experience, like I'm working a company, architecting, design, and development, every part of the software lifecycle I'm going through. Earlier, I'm a shape Microsoft guy. It's all the technology like ASP.NET, MVC, and Angular, and all the stuff. I very much familiar of this. And the last Office 365, I have hands-on SharePoint 2013, ISS, SQL Server, and yeah, Microsoft Dynamics CRM. I spent my 2 years. Um, the bottom line, you can say, I spent my last 4 years in search from FS4SP to SharePoint 2013, and so in this era, I'm pretty much in touch with share, fast search for SharePoint, and now the 2013 search, the latest one. So why this broadcast? First important thing, I wanted to share the information like as other people are sharing, and also my expertise, and give you a story. When I started, it seems very difficult for me to learn the how the search is working, and this all start, and it's very difficult even from the search, some of the technologies, and it will take a time. Like if someone is I wish someone like to teach me how the better way to do the things. So I think that's why I'm starting this blog. And so and the finally, the I like this quote very much, learning is not just knowing what to do, but doing what we already know. So mm, now, so I'm starting my first SharePoint 2013 search. So I give you the overview and what the search center changes, what is the result block, and people result. So and in this, so let's start with this is my blog, and I'm going to share with you my server. This is my server, so I'm just give you the overview. So this is the search center. This is the first page. Search center is very clean, and this is the search box. If you're familiar with 2010, now with 2013, the way it's look like. So I'm just search my name, press enter. So this is the next screen. It's taking time, so I just give you show you like okay. So these are the records. So first important thing like SharePoint search center is like you seeing these are the definers, and this is a bar chart. If you click on the based on the modified, this is the template, and everything in here is a HTML template. You can modify everything, like you can modify the definer as well. Everything whatever you are able to see, you can able to define like this. This are the this is called as search verticals, and this is search box, search vertical. Search vertical is nothing in SharePoint 2010. It's a scope. Like if we have a scope drop down, like similarly in 2013 we have a search vertical. So yeah, this is the hover panel. Like if I enter the name of the person, and it will return in everything block, everything vertical, and in block it's called a block. It's a result block, like two result block are showing, and show more, it will showing there's more than two records available. So if you click here, then it will fire a result, and it will return the rest of the four result. And if you seeing like in the hover panel, you will see about the description of the site and all about, and like the pagination at the bottom, the four results are showing, and this is the search box, and this is the people vertical. When I click on this people vertical, you will see able to see the people records. So this is whole changes are made by the, there is no XSLT earlier that we required to change. So we have XSLT web part, and we have a search web part over where need to specify the XSLT to any modify on the search result. As you see, there is hover intelligence as well. So these all settings are configurable, and you will be able to see this. If you press start, you will be able to get all the list of the so people, and if you click on the hover, it will show you the authorized the document is created by the SharePoint admin or the other people. So if I click over everyone vertical, and earlier in 2013 2010 we used the hashtag to search all the document, but here the asterisk mark is used to returning all the results. So every result we have a different, it's different result type. It's a bit technical word, but I will in my upcoming videos I will tell you about what is the result block and the technical terms. Like if you see the view, and this is each item here having a different its template, so everything is configurable and modifiable easily, and it supports the HTML5, so you can write the HTML code over there. And I think very and Microsoft spends a lot of money over in 2013 stuff. So most of the there is nothing much change in the object model, but the most of the changes is in search part. So this is a refiner, the author refiner and date time, and this is all the document. This is a pagination, the total number of count. So I have modified the some so it's returning the alert, and this is the document. So this is what about search center, and I think I'm giving you much information about the overview about the search center. Yeah, so result, I think I'll go through with the result block as well. So result block, paper, no accessibility. Now how to start? How to start? I think it's very annoying starting when I'm working with a company, working and in home. I don't have any infrastructure and anything. So I started to purchase my system. It's having a 8 gig of RAM, and I think it's a minimum requirement that we need to. It's a My system is a Dell, and it's 8 GB RAM, and I think it's a minimum requirement. I fulfill the minimum requirement of the system, and so VM, to get the VM, so where we get the VM, it's most important. So where I got the VM, so I will tell you. So this is my blog. If you search for the VM, you will get the link of this SharePoint 2030 VM VX. So from Pilot House, here I will get the VM. So we just not need to here, we download the VMware files. Click here, open new tab, and it just ask you for a simple name and your email ID, and it will send it to over your email, and you will get the link like 20. You required it 2013, right? Yeah, 2013 VM image, right? Click on this. No, it's not. Yeah, it said that this is the form that you require to fill out, and you will get the notification in email, and you can easily download from the site. So this is where I get the VM, Pilot House, and the next step, it's my system. Yeah, my system is 8 GB RAM, and I just give you a before let's start in this and then later I will tell you the system requirement. Yeah, 8 GB, the general requirement is 8 GB of RAM and 50 GB of hard disk and solid hardware. Either you have a AMD processor or Intel, and 64-bit. Yeah, that's the most important. And my dream this workstation is Lenovo W540 workstation series. I think it's a range between 1,35,000 to 1,45,000. It has a 32 gigs of RAM and 1 TB of hard disk, and this processor is mind blowing. Speed is mind blowing. It's taking a lot of time for me to set up all the infrastructure. It's taking my space. In 8 GB, it's not sufficient for me to work, but somehow I manage the things. Software requirement, I think for that you required a Microsoft Virtual PC for either to host this VM, but I'm using the VMware. I think it's suit for me. I'm just going. Okay, I'm just giving you my system. This is my VMware, and just I'm going to give you the my settings. Yeah, this is my the list of all the VMs are available. Yeah, this system has give you the settings. Yeah, this is I gave around 5 5 GB of RAM for this, and provide processor and 30 GB of RAM I gave to this machine. And the rest of the work, I think I'm pretty much easy to work, but sometimes it's very difficult for me to taking too much time to open, and so it's things very difficult for some time for me. And like I already told you that my dream machine is Lenovo W540. It's a workstation, and I love. So okay, let's start with overview of the service application. I will give you the overview of the whole the way we navigate and navigate the service application, and how we can. I'm not going to give you the how we can configure the service application. I'm supposing that you have downloaded the VM from VMware, or I'm not suggest you to go for the cloud share, because cloud share it's free. It give you a 3 or 10 days for free server where you can access all the SharePoint services, and so later then it will charge you for bucks. I don't know about how much exactly, but you can find Google it on CloudShare, so you will get the more information. Like okay, so let me move to my another search site. Okay, once you open the SharePoint administration, and there is a service application. um, in central admin, click on the service application, manage the service application. You will get this result, and there is a list of all the service application available here. And now the next step, you need to click on the service application. I have clicked over there, and you will get this search screen. And this is search screen is left is the navigation. It's provide all the quick links, and this is the status of the search. The most of the time, whenever you're going to open, if there is any error in the configuration, you will see the error over there, like admin, crawler, content processing, and analytical, and query processing, and index. You will get the error. If any one of these service impact over here, you will get the error here visually. Or for background, it will tell you the background recent crawl rate and everything over there, and the number of rows. This is your default content access account, and this is the email address for SharePoint at abcuniversity.com. And I have not set the global search center URL. If you are wanted to, you can set over there. Later chapter I will tell you how we can configure these settings and everything. So in this I'll just give you the overview, and this is search administration, and over there this is a diagnostics tool, is a very important crawl log, and whenever the error has come, we will open it and check the crawl log about the documentations, and the how much documents are indexed. And this is two new I think two new is the most important added in here. One is called crawl health report, query health report, and this is the users report. Is earlier the same 2010 we have the users report, but this is two, I think, newly added in 2013, and I think it's good to have, like. So here you can see that the crawl log you can see the content source, host name, crawl history, error, backbone, and the URL. So this is content source. You see the average of errors, top level errors, and information about this content source. It's display the type of on the basis of the content source information, and this is show you the depend on the host name, the URL name basis, and third is scroll history and the error if you get any error like the next point. Yeah, I'm going to share you this is the report. You will get the report if you scroll down. If you will get all the reports. How you can select click on this, and currently it's showing the all the component. You will select which all the component you are going to filter, and content source you are going to select, and where you can crawl latency, clock freshness, CPU and memory load, and everything is mentioned over there. So this is I think very handy feature. So it's good to see like crawl per rate, these all information displaying, and this is the query latency. This will show you all the trend, how the fifth percentile, 17 percentile, 18 percentile, 90 percentile, how this will work. So I think this is all about the diagnostic part. If you see, I'm going back to the crawl log. This is the basis of the host name, crawl history. You will see the history, duration, success, warning, top level, delete, modify, security updates. Like security update is a new security errors. This is a new. I think there's two new things that added here, like security updates. Like if suppose there is some security update on document, but the whole document is the same as the security update, but only this will increment it. This will not in the pipeline in the query processing. When the content extract from the document, it will not go through each stages of the pipeline. It will only update, it will notify the search service, and it will only update the security rather than whole documents. So yeah, so another is the database. If you have a multiple database, so it will show you that which database is currently using for, like this is last for URL view. Enter the URL, specify the content source, and boom, search. You will get all the records. So next step is content source. Here it's a content source itself very big. I'm not just give you the, it will list, contain all the list of the content source, either internal, external, or external. So it's self very big topic, but I'm just give you the overview in my first one. So crawl log, it's basically is used for anything you want to include in the search record to giving authentication mechanism. Suppose there is some of the database required authentication, like query based, like form based authentication, like SQL authentication. So we will suppose if we want to include, that we need to create the include rule, and if you want to exclude, then we need to create the exclude rule. Some of the content, like suppose a URL containing special parts and we don't want to include, and so we will make it here. Server name mapping, suppose we are having a two, like override the existing URL with our own custom URL, so we will write here the mapping. File types is the type of the file. Suppose we have created adding a new file type like some color draw images, like color draw images we need to crawl and we need to show up. So and we need to show that particular icon, so we will update on this. Here we will add the icon and some of the configuration. So later we will tell you each and everything. Suppose we want to reset all the crawl, so just we need to reset this and pause, resume. So the same, if you want to suppose some situation you want to pause the search service application, just click on the pause. So it's a crawl impact rule. This is basically, I think we need not to be go this for the time being. Authoritative pages are the suppose your company having like the importance of the site is being promoted by, if you are click the authoritative pages, especially it will take 24 hours to implement. So suppose the size is most important, you will put over there. Suppose there are multiple sites and you want to be specify this, those of the site always come at the top, and demote the site. Suppose you have a legacy site and you don't want to be these contented come at the top, so you will put the sites that are legacy site, that old sites, and the most recent site you will put at the top. So right, so it automatically get calculate itself. And then so result source are basically as we have content source, the result source is the set of the rules, like we have 2013 2010 we have scopes. So here the same is the result source, we can say scope for basically, and the corpus of data, we have a corpus of data and we want to split the specific, we need to document only the document, we need only the ppt file, we need only the site which containing start from this url. So basis or basic for a certain condition, we can create the result source, and this result source are get automatically pop up in this drop down manage query rule. And this query rule basically is used for to promoting a result, for promoting a result, like we have 2010 we have a best bet, but here we called a promoting facility and result block, and to modify the rank of the document. So for that we need to, here we need to use the query rule. So the search schema, this is the same. Manage property, crawl property comes under this. Crawl property and manage properties are the main point. Further in front end we will display the manage properties. In the back end there are the list of the other crawl property, that is when the document is crawl, and all the properties like title, attributes, and all the properties are stored into the all the properties are stored. So these properties is called crawl properties, because during the crawl time these properties are created. So once these crawl properties created in the front end, we need to display, then only we will display the manage property. So manage and crawl property, how they are relate, we need to mapping the crawl property with manage property. So the only the manage property will display into the event. So manage property having a certain attributes like searchable, queryable, and refinable, and these property like mentioned over there, its type queryable, searchable, readable, refinable, sortable, and save. These are the attribute of the manage properties, like tags, integer, different type of data type are available. So this is the multi-value single. Multi-value means more than one value can be assigned a semicolon separated values. So this is the how the query suggestion. Basically, query suggestion, if you want to be a export and import a specific query suggestion into the search, like search box, when you type the search box and you will see the list of the query suggestions, and you want to show this query suggestion, your customized query suggestion. So here you need to import export your query suggestion file, and this will never suggest a phrase. Suppose if some of the text is coming again and again and you don't want to show these phrase into, so you have to put never suggestion. And the search dictionary, you want to, suppose you want to add your own dictionary, so you will the add your text here, so it will automatically add it into the search. It's basically use a manage metadata column. So here you can add your own dictionary. So last but not least, search result removal. So it's a very pain if you some of the data you want to remove in 2010, how you will remove. There is no way to remove the data. Either we are manually need. So in 2013 it's very good. We just need to enter the URL and click remove now. It will remove all the unwanted URL that we don't want to display in the search result. So I think this is all about search service application. So the next step is enterprise search center, how we can create the enterprise search center, so which template we are going to use. So again I give you the navigate to the search service application, create manage web service application, and click on this. You will able to see this page where you need to select your web application, give the title, description, and here you want to give the start address of your site, and last but not least you have to select under the enterprise tab is enterprise service, and now give the primary and secondary URL and click OK. So you will get, it will take a time and you will able to see the search center as here. So thank you. I think this is what I have covered in 20. I have just give you overview. We have covered 2013 search overview, the most important, how we get the VM, and search service application and search center. So hope you like this, and thank you very much, and I will come up with more broadcast. Thank you. Have a good day.